Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Boys Play D&D. I'm Brett. Tonight, I'm your dungeon master, and I will be running them through a dungeon that it's an old school and kind of a fuck you kind of dungeon where it messes with the players quite a bit. They're currently playing as a old rock band that has got the band back together to try and find the fabled flick of fate in order to give them even more power to rock. Last session, we went through parts of the dungeon. They dealt with some finicky doors, and they managed to find a cool little crystal that they were able to a cool crystal that they have yet to find the use for, and they had a rock concert for a beholder that was floating in a corridor and was on the cusp of deciding to either kill or eat them, but they end up rocking out well enough that it entertained this beholder that's been stuck in this dungeon for possibly centuries. So I guess one thing that I'd like to mention before we go further, and I'll open it up here for our guys here. Watch together. Sorry, I should have had that ready to go. Since we are playing a rock band, we want to have a little bit of music playing in the background. But a lot of that stuff is going to be licensed, so we cannot play it on Twitch. So what we're going to be doing is having them in the background of this watch together. So that way you can hear what we're listening to, and it kind of keeps up with the theme of what's going on in the dungeon. Am I missing anything else, guys?
The room we're in right now, I guess.
I guess so, yeah. So I will get to that in just a minute here. If you want, Brayden, I can actually start streaming that part. So the boys have gotten into a. Hang on, how do I stream again? Share your screen.
This is gonna be really scuffed.
Yeah, we're gonna try it, and if it looks really bad, just let us know, and we'll give up on it. Okay. So they are currently in this room. They found 3 different chests. That one was a gold chest, one was a silver chest, and the last one was a wooden chest. Dearmude, the resident, how would you describe yourself? Druggy or down on his luck member of the band decided to open up the wooden chest, and as the chest was opened, a large cloud of smoke plumed out of the chest, and appearing in the center of the room was a gigantic skeleton that appeared in front of them. It breathed out a breath of cold, frosted air, and got ready to attack the party members. And that's where we left off last week. So what I'll have you guys do is roll initiative to start off here.
Click your
I thought we rolled. Didn't we roll initiative last time?
Oh, did we?
Or is that
we gotta roll again?
Is that from a different one?
Maybe.
I don't think we rolled initiative when I watched through the old stream.
You might want to clear the
it's-
turn order then.
Okay.
I cannot both look at Roll20 and the 3D thing at once. I don't have enough monitors.
Oh, well, what you could do is, I guess, yeah, that'd be an issue. Whatever you feel like doing there, Brayden. What do you think?
we're good for now. Depends how it
Okay.
looks on stream.
I think it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks fine on the
Alright.
screen.
Okay. Well, we can just like when you have to roll and stuff, you could maybe just alt tab. I don't know. Okay. Slash. Skeleton is 11. All right. Okay. Oh, I guess, yeah, we'll just use the initiative from Roll20. I have the initiative for Tailspire. I had it set up earlier, but I guess when I turned it off, it shut it all down. Okay. Yeah. So we'll get started with Slash here. So this gigantic skeleton just appears in a plume of smoke and is getting ready to attack your guys' party. What would you like to do, Slash?
Is the skeleton wearing any kind of armor as like his token would indicate?
It is wearing armor like the token shows, yeah.
Okay. I reach out and I cast heat metal on it.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. For heat metal, do you roll damage automatically or does it take damage on its turn?
Let's see. It any creature in physical contact with the object takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell.
Okay, roll damage.
I rolled 11.
Okay. And the Constitution save is just for
If it wants to hold on to the object, say if it was a weapon or something, but since
That's
I
what I
touched
thought.
his armor, he can't save from the damage.
Oops, that's not. Don't worry.
He gains 102 hit points.
I just rolled. It's that's not its actual hit points, by the way. So don't use that as reference.
Don't metagame.
Yeah. So that is okay. So it takes the damage, and you just see it just starts to. The armor that it's wearing starts to heat up and turn red, and it starts to eat into the skeleton. All right, Onzo.
Well, I wanted to bonus action inspire.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
I'm gonna say Damien.
Okay.
Be like, you were always the muscle, or not the muscle. You're always the fighter of the group. You can get him, and that's my last bardic inspiration until we short rest.
Okay. All right. And if you want me to move you around with the Tailspire stuff, just let me know, and I can give you a move.
Okay.
Okay. So, by the way, yeah, I guess obviously the Dragonborn one is Slash, Doug is the Orc, the Lizard Folk is Onslow. The guy that kind of looks like a this guy I'm pointing at here, that is Oran. Damien is right here, and since Deermood opened the chest, he's the one standing right over there. Just so you guys know.
Hey, wait a second. My Roll20 map and this map don't agree with each other.
Yeah, it's a little bit off.
Exposed. Immersion
Yeah.
ruined.
It's the tiles didn't quite fit exactly the same way when I made it, but it's the same
Close
idea.
enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And that leaves us to Onslow.
All right. For the first time since Slash found him in the swamps, he stops playing his banjo.
Oh.
And he pulls out his fiddle instead. And puts up such song on it, super hot, and says, "Boy, let me tell you what." And I'm going to cast Otto's Irresistible Dance on the skeleton.
All right. So that is a wisdom save.
Yeah. Nope. It as long as it cannot be charmed, it just begins dancing. It has its action to try and save on its subsequent turns.
Okay. So when it's dancing, I guess you got it up right there.
Yep.
Dancing creature. Okay, but it can still attack if it wants to, hey?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Doug, you're up. Unless you have anything else you'd like to do there, Blake.
No.
Okay. All right. So all of a sudden you watch as this massive menacing skeleton actually kind of starts starts doing the the dance that you do whenever people play Rasputin, the one that Colton can kind of do or can definitely do. I don't know.
Not anymore.
That's what I was
It's been a
wondering
long time.
to be able to do it. He starts crouching down and kicking out its legs. It still looks incredibly menacing and angry at you, but it's dancing.
Okay.
Okay.
I am going to start playing my drums. Well, this ain't a job for us. This is a job for Bono. I will summon Greater Demon.
Okay.
Oh.
I will see if I can drop.
Was going to summon a Tanaruk, if I possibly can.
Tanaruk. Okay. I do not have a symbol for that, but I will try to do this guy. That's as close as I can get for the type of features that we have here. Where do you want to put him?
Which one are you looking at here? The Roll20 or the...
I'm looking at the
I'll put him probably right beside
Tailspire stuff. Okay. And a Tanaruk is large, correct?
I thought he was medium. I can double check here.
I think it's just medium. I'll quickly look it up.
It's medium.
Okay. Okay. All right. So this little imp here can be your Tanaruk. So you summon Bono, and all of a sudden you start playing the drums, and this rip appears before you, and you see this blackened void beyond this portal, where this massive-looking Tanaruk. It looks kind of like a orc, but with massively bull-like features. It comes walking through the portal and looks directly at you and seems to be prepared to take your orders.
Okay. Bono, do what you do. Get the skeleton the hell out of here.
Okay.
I guess he has to roll initiative. Pardon?
Do you have the stat block for it too?
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now.
Okay.
I'm just looking for his initiative. Whatever, yeah, just +1 to initiative.
Okay, so just roll d20 and add 1. All right, 20. All right, we'll put that up there. It'll be after slash. That's when Bono will get his turn. Just looking something up here. I had something for when you summon Bono. I just gotta pull it up. Anyways, we'll get back to Bono. Okay. Then is that your turn? Do you do anything with your bonus action?
Yes, I will. Look at my other naked friend over there. Give Oren some bardic inspiration.
All right.
Put her
Oh,
clothes
you
on.
didn't have time. You guys wouldn't have had time to get dressed. You came running in right after getting stripped down.
I think we grabbed our stuff before we came in here.
All right.
Not.
Okay. All right. Then that leads us to Damien's turn.
Damien?
Yep. Damien's after Oh, did you not click on your? Oh, never mind.
No, I did.
I didn't see your Catlin. Sorry, Catlin.
No, I rolled really late.
Yeah. Okay. You can go. You can go now, Catlin.
All right. I'll flex my muscles at the skeleton and say, "You are not so big now," and I cast reduce on it.
Okay. All right. So that is a. Constitution saving. 18. What's your spell save? It just makes the spell save DC. Yeah. So unfortunately, you try to cast the spell and reduce it to a smaller skeleton, but it you actually start to see it starts to shrink a little bit, and then it kind of, while it's doing its little kick out dance, it kind of, you see the magical effect just kind of shatter around it, so it does not shrink.
A bit rusty.
Okay.
That's it for me.
All right. Okay, then now that should be Damien's turn. Oh no, never mind. The skeleton itself. Sorry. Jeez, I'm rusty at running.
So
I'm
hard.
rusty at initiative as well. Okay. The skeleton, as it's sitting there doing its irresistible dance, is going to take a look at the person that caused it to start dancing, and is going to take 3 scimitar attacks at you. So Onzo, you're getting swiped at by the skeleton 3 times. And it just starts wailing on you.
Like you fucking nerd.
So you take that much damage. You
I think
take
it has to use an action to make its wisdom save, though, to regain control, doesn't it? Or is it just it has
dancing creature must use all its movement to dance without leaving its space, and has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attack rolls. Oh, I guess it's got disadvantage on attack rolls, so it'll be 15, and 9 would be the attack rolls that it would make.
But then it also says, as an action, a dancing creature makes a wisdom save to regain control.
If it wants to regain control.
That's an optional.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, but while it's affected, other creatures have advantage on attack rolls against it. So, as an action, a dancing creature makes a wisdom saving throw. So, if it wanted to end the dancing, it would use that. But in this case, it doesn't care that much that it's dancing. It's just going to keep wailing on. Yeah. So, what's your armor class there, Blake?
Rip. Onslow.
Rip Blake.
He might have DC'd.
Power save.
He's in the chat, but
Sorry. I was AFK there for a sec. Sorry,
Yep.
what did I miss?
What's your AC, Blake?
Oh, my
yeah, what's your
AC
AC?
is 15.
15.
Yep.
All right, so it hit you with 2 attacks. Or sorry. Yeah, it hit you with 2 attacks. It hit you for 16 slashing damage and then 17 slashing damage. And
okay,
you'll have to make
on the first attack. Sorry, I was just
no problem.
Actually, yeah, on the first attack would be the only one that matters. As he's swinging, I'll just go, "You look dumber than fucking old young Cletus." And I'll use cutting words.
Okay. So you roll an inspiration dice, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah. I was just trying to throw it in the chat there.
Yeah.
All right, and it's D10. Oh.
That would still be enough, though, for the first one.
Yay!
Because it's swinging with disadvantage because it's dancing right now. So you said you had 15 AC?
Mm-hmm.
So that does actually cause that first one to miss.
Okay.
So you only take the 17 slashing damage. I need you to roll a concentration check on Otto's Irresistible Dance.
13.
13. That's enough. Good to go. So he still continues to dance.
All right, so I took 17 damage.
17 damage, yep.
Okay, perfect. All right, sorry about that.
Yep, no problem.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Now I think it's Damien. Unless did I screw that up again somehow?
D&D.
Yeah,
right.
Go ahead, Blake.
Yeah, Blake, go ahead.
Or Brayden.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to move behind it. I'm gonna hold my rapier up. It's gonna glow with like kind of a blackened flame as I slap on a banishing smite. And I'm just gonna try to rapier murder it.
All right.
So the Colton's bardic inspiration is to hit, right?
Yeah.
You can use it to hit, or you can apply it to the damage, because I am the Valor Bard, and I have combat inspiration.
Yes.
Do I have to declare that before, or do I just get to roll?
Before you know if it hits or not, you'd have to declare if you're using it to hit.
Yes. Okay, so roll for your attack. And I think for smite, can't you wait to smite until?
Not this one.
Yeah, this is a bonus.
I'm thinking about the paladin smites, right? Okay. So
I am
you
gonna use a slashing flourish.
20.
As well.
You're hitting 20 right now because you've got advantage based on it dancing.
Yep. Yeah, I will not use the bardic inspiration for the hit.
Okay. And you do hit. You do in fact hit with your banishing smite.
All right, it's gonna be a lot of dice roll.
Yeah.
$1d10, Colton?
I believe our inspiration is a D10 at level 14.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh.
Oh.
Just wait. So one's my slashing. I'm going to re-roll my d8 of my rapier. All right, I'll guess I'm stuck with the fucking one. So 30, 45 damage.
Okay. 45 damage, and it does not reduce it to 50 hit points or fewer. So that last effect does not happen.
All right, and now the second attack.
So you said 45?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Followed by another 17.
Okay.
And I think that's it. I only get 2. Yep. All right, that's it for me.
All right, yeah, you definitely pelted this guy. Some heavy damage there. Okay. All right, Dear Mood, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna tap my rod on the ground, and I'm gonna cast Insect Plague.
Okay.
At 6th level, so I'm gonna put, since it's a huge creature or a large creature, I'm gonna put the sphere right on it.
Okay. Yeah, that you can do that. And then when the area appears, each creature must make a Constitution saving throw. All right, it will make a Constitution save. That's a failure. It's got some real good Constitution too.
Wow, that's pretty garbage damage, but
It did some work. Okay. Yeah, as you watch as these bugs start flying out and enveloping the skeleton, you see they are actually going, and they are somehow like taking chips out of the bones, and they're like going in through the eye sockets and up through the nostrils and stuff. And they seem to be doing some decent damage to the skeleton from the inside out. Oh wait, hang on. Hey, never mind. It actually succeeds on that. I forgot. It's got because it has this. So yeah, so it'll only take half damage from that, but it still took some damage though.
Skeleton with evasion, interesting.
I know. I noticed. I thought that was kind of funny too. And it's got actually that will be reduced to 0. Sorry, because it also has this. My bad. So it
that just affects the saving throw, doesn't it?
Pardon? It succeeded on the saving throw, and then
okay.
Then it gets reduced to none because it succeeded. So actually, the bugs are doing nothing to it. My mistake.
How does it get reduced to none?
Because
it passed its saving throw.
Yeah.
Magic resistance gave him advantage, and evasion means he takes no damage. On
it's a juiced. Yeah, it's a juiced up skeleton that Boruzo put into its dungeon. So. Okay, so yeah, you watch as it just seems to like. I would roleplay it as saying that if it had evasion, it would dodge the stuff out of the way. But I would say that the bugs just seem to not be able to do much to the bones. So we'll say that works out. Okay.
The sphere's there for another 10 minutes. Has to make checks at the end of each of its turns if it's not dancing.
Yep.
Or if it's still dancing.
Yep, understandable. Okay. All right, Slash, you're up.
Okay. I'm just gonna read something here. Okay. I am going to cast haste on Damien.
Okay. So Damien, you are hasted.
God damn.
All right. All right. Bono's turn is now up.
Bono's going to do what he does, and he's going to swing his greatsword.
Okay. That one misses.
And he has multi-attack, so he's going to also bite.
That one hits. The bite will hit. Okay. So 5 piercing?
Yeah.
Okay. As it goes up to try and take a bite, you kind of hear Bono kind of grumble to itself. Still haven't found what I'm looking for. And takes a bite at the skeleton. So. Alright.
I didn't want to interrupt, but I do have this feature. You moved on pretty quick. After I cast a spell, I can make a bonus action attack.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead and make your bonus action attack.
No problem. Yes, Kiss paid off for me for 11 slashing damage.
Nice. Slash it.
Yeah.
Alright. So Slash does some slashing.
As Orin points that out, I gave him a wink.
Okay. So you take a big hunk. You actually chop off its left arm that isn't using its scimitar. And that's your turn. Okay. Oran, you're up.
All right. I'm just gonna hit it with a nice firebolt.
Okay. Roll for an attack. You are within range of it, so a spell attack will be at disadvantage. But because he's dancing, I guess it would bounce out just a straight roll.
Okay.
Also, Brett, you gotta move my token on the other thing.
Okay. Where did you move to?
Right behind the skeleton.
Okay, I didn't see that. Is right here. That.
Yep, close enough.
All right. Okay. So that hits. So 16 fire damage to the skeleton. You managed to actually get the firebolt to go straight up into its eye socket, and you can actually see there seems to be a little bit of a fire going on inside of its head, and it's making the eyes glow a little more red than usual.
Hey, it looks like someone's finally on upstairs.
Okay. And anything else?
Does it look like the fire's working?
Yep, it seems to be. You see, there's smoke coming out of the skull at this point, so it seemed to have done some damage to it.
Hmm. I'm gonna do a quicken spell, Scorching Ray.
Okay. So spend those sorcery points. Scorching Ray. That hits. Roll for damage.
So that's times 3.
I think you roll 3 different attacks, kind of like Eldritch Blast. That one hits too.
Jesus.
God damn.
And so 9, 8. Oh yeah, all those hit. Okay. You check the setup there. Oh, just not quite enough. It is barely holding together at this point.
The smoke up
yeah.
my biceps.
It is on its last skeletal legs at this point. You can see like the scorching ray actually goes up, and you actually blast off chunks of its sternum, and it seems to be having trouble holding itself up. Okay. Anzo, you're up.
All right. I'm going to use my action to disengage and head over here to the corner of the room.
Gotcha.
And bonus action, I will give. I'll give Damien. Or actually, no, he has Bardic Inspiration still, right?
Nope, I used it.
All right, I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Damien. So I'm still sawing on my fiddle.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Turn.
Damien, you have inspiration.
All right. Well, I will just attack it.
It's Doug's turn.
I thought I already went this round, or was that? I'm so confused.
Doug's demon has its own initiative.
Oh, so that was Doug's I see.
Yeah. So it's my turn, you said?
Yeah, it's your turn. Sorry, I'll make sure that to add the initiative here. I just don't have the tokens for the demon right now, and I should have added the skeleton, but I'll do that next time.
Would my flame tongue warhammer have went out when I went through the portal? Or would it have stayed lit the entire time?
It would have. I'd say it could still be lit.
Okay, I'm going to make an attack with it.
Wow.
Yeah, you are.
And
why does it say those are crits?
I'm assuming I'll roll some damage.
I think your warhammer's broken because I don't think you crit on a 14 or a 12.
No. Well, you can just do the roll the 8 damage.
No, that's here.
I'm not sure what. It's
no,
critting.
I must have been. There it is. Sorry about that.
That's all good. No, that's fine. We'll just take the 8 and the 12. But yeah, the 24 will hit. And you get to finish off the skeleton. How do you want to finish off the skeleton?
Oh. Well, since I'm only wielding this with one hand, it's gonna be like an uppercut motion, and with the whole flaming swing like up, and it's just gonna like take its head off.
I'm envisioning that scene in the best Thor movie, Thor: The Dark World, where he goes up against the giant rock monster and just uppercuts it and just obliterates it and it's just sprays out into all sorts of different pieces all over the place.
That is a perfect representation.
All right. The skeleton gets shattered and splintered across the entire room. Little bits and pieces of the bones land everywhere. And it appears to be defeated. So you guys managed to clear out the skeleton a little quicker than I thought you'd be able to. You guys crushed it. Okay.
All
right.
I look
about your
over.
demon now.
I look over at Deermood, and I'm like, the riddle obviously says gold. Why would you open the wood chest?
I'm colorblind. You didn't know that?
It's literally a different material, you goon.
All right, I send my bugs over to Onslow to bite him.
Joke's on you.
Do you actually
that
send
from
bugs
the
over
swamp.
also?
No.
No.
Guys, what do we do about this demon that's now in the room with us?
What,
This
you
is
mean
our-
Bono?
You guys don't remember him?
No.
It's the one that cleared off the stage for us all the time, protected us.
Do you have to make another check?
Doesn't he have to make a check each turn, and the demon might get angry?
I do.
look back at
Unless,
that.
yeah, but I have advantage if I use his name. And I haven't issued him another command yet.
All right. So, yeah, you will have to. Yeah, I guess the demon will make its charisma saving throw.
Okay.
Just roll a d20 for me and add its charisma modifier. Hey, it fails.
Bond will go guard the door. I have to roll another one.
And Bono goes and stands next to the door, right there. And as Bono walks away, kind of mutters to himself, "Mothers, children, brothers, sisters will all be torn apart on this Sunday. Bloody Sunday."
All right, there, you edgelord. Try not to cut yourself.
All right. So you have Bono is waiting. So how long does that last? I've got to relook up on something.
Just double check it. I thought it was an hour or a few hours. I can't remember. Oh, where the hell is it here? Spells.
Oslo puts his fiddle away and starts plucking the banjo again.
I think it's
Did you guys did the screen go dead for you guys at all?
it's just concentration, Brett, I believe.
But it should have time on it.
Stream's fine for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just switched it back to the real time.
Sorry, my
menu.
computer just did on.
I'll double check. It's definitely an extended time though. It's more than like a half hour. So it'll be good for a while.
Well, you will be, but every 6 seconds it gets to save though. That's the issue.
Oh,
It's an hour.
is it an hour?
Up to 1 hour, or you can choose to get rid of it. Then it lasts for 1d6 turns.
Okay, yeah, I guess. Bono, go back to hell.
All right, so roll a d6 for me. See how many turns Bono will stick around for.
3 turns.
Okay. So what I'll have you do is I'll just have you roll. I'll just do it here. What's Bono's charisma modifier?
-1.
Okay.
And I also have advantage on these because I used his real
I
name.
know he's got disadvantage on it. So, so this is the first roll. So that one's, or this, I guess that one was D20, subtract 1 again. That's another failure, and then this will be for the last round. And another failure. So yeah, Bono just kind of sits there patiently as the rift opens up behind him, and he steps back through it.
I wave to him as he leaves.
I was kind of hoping a skeleton turn to hit me because I had 24 AC that turn.
God.
Fencer parry machine.
Oh yeah, just tanking. No, the skeleton did not like dancing, so it went after Onslow. All right, so now you guys are in this room. You've got one open chest.
There
You
was
guys like to
nothing
do?
else
Does
in that
anybody
chest, was there?
remember the exact wording of the riddle?
Nope, gonna go open the other wrong
Said
one.
open the golden chest.
Yes. Okay.
I back
The
up
gold
from it.
chest.
So you're
All right.
talking about the one from the piece of paper that you had in the collar?
Let's see if I actually remember what that
Yeah.
The one
said.
that mentioned the gold high and low.
Look low and high for gold to hear a tale untold. Take the archway at the end, and on your way you'll win. And that's
Okay.
It's got the initial
So-
B on it.
We already found the gold high, and then this orb was low that we traveled through. So yes, let's open the gold chest. Slash steps up and opens the gold chest.
Okay, so you
Just
go
one
and
big skeleton token.
pardon? Yeah, you can. I'll delete that. You go and open up the gold chest, and as soon as you open up the gold chest, you just see movement coming out from outside of the, or coming from inside the gold chest. This like writhing and slippering movement comes as these swarm of poisonous snakes comes just flying out from the gold chest, and I'm going to have you guys roll initiative again. Or I guess
open
we
the
could
gold chest. They said
we'll just reuse the initiative we had from before. Just
Does that mean it's my turn?
I give Deermood the dirtiest look.
I just wink back at you.
all right. So there is a bunch of snakes that just came out from the chest. Do you guys want to use the 3D, or do we want to just use roll 20?
It doesn't matter to me.
Whichever's
just
easier
use-
for the stream, I guess.
Yeah, we'll just use roll 20. I just wanted to see and kind of test it out and see how it worked, but all right. So Slash, if you want to move up to the gold chest, the middle chest.
Are we so we're keeping the same initiative? Would we be at like the same part in it? Or would we reset to the top of the initiative?
We'll just go to the top of the initiative because Slash is the one that opened up the chest.
Damn it. I hope we got to continue because it'd be my turn.
Oh. Yeah, I guess we could do that so that you don't miss some turns. So they are going to the snakes. Got 16. All right. Okay. So you see these poisonous snakes just come flying out of this chest and start trying to bite at Slash. If you want to go ahead, they're biting you.
Would I still be hasted at this point?
Yep.
Nice. Alright, I will just walk up to the snakes, instantly ready. And rapier it 3 times with a Zephyr Strike on it, which I think is a bonus action. Yeah.
All right, roll your attacks. All of those hit. Roll damage.
Which one did you give? It would have been just the first attack.
Pardon?
So my first attack would have advantage because it would just be the one right after Zephyr Strike.
Once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage. Yeah, then the first one would be with advantage, yeah. Okay.
And then that extra 1d6 is Master's Flourish. So I guess I have a quick question about my flourishes.
Yep.
So with my Blade Flourish, it says at the top, whenever you take the attack action, you can do this. So all three of those would be an attack action, right?
No, the attack action, the attack action is, if you've got multi-attack, you can use the attack action, you can make 3 attacks, I believe. So...
Because haste lets me take an additional attack action then?
Yeah, but you can only make one attack with it.
Okay.
So it is a separate use of an attack action, technically.
Oh my god. Just a sec. It gains an additional action. Yeah, that would be an additional attack action. It says it gets an additional action on each of its turns. So it's not saying that you get one extra weapon attack for taking the attack action. It gives you a whole other attack action. So
which means
yes, you would have
multi-attack
2
would
attack actions.
Oh my god.
When you're hasted.
So my extra attack would proc twice then?
No, you can only make one.
Okay. So my Zephyr Strike would be 2d8 because it's on the crit attack?
Yep.
Yeah, it does say only one weapon attack.
And then that extra d6 is from the extra attack action. So now we get to do fun math. So 35... somebody can figure that math out.
So that all of that stuff is legit? Or you're just talking about the 35 for the piercing?
So the first 2 plus 5 is the Master's Flourish on the crit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 17 plus 8 is the first rapier.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 17 is the second rapier. And then the 10 is the third rapier attack. And then the 2d8 is the Zephyr Strike that would have been on the first attack. That's a crit. And then the 1d6 is the Master's Flourish on the third attack.
I'll have to review that, but I will say you just flat out, you just watch as this hasted super fast Damien walks up, and you with a speed that you can't even really see, Damien goes up and stabs every single one of the 20 snakes. Just straight in the head. And
I feel so young again.
Before Slash can even get bit by the snakes, there's just a pile of dead snakes in the chest, each with a pin-like hole in the top of each of their heads. Because they only had like 32 HP, so it's like whatever you have here is definitely overkill. Even if some of it might be a little bit. We'll talk about it later, and I'll look at your Master's Flourishes and stuff, and I'll get more familiar with it. But you absolutely annihilate these snakes.
Nice.
And
that was a good use of a spell slot. Saved my life.
Okay. So there you have 2 open chests and 1 that is not.
As Damien continues to vibrate in midair.
Well, 3rd time's the charm. Who's dumb enough to open this one?
I just look around the room.
Doug's going to take a step forward and just kick it.
Just kick it?
Like the old
Like Link opening a little chest.
Yeah,
okay, so you open it up, you kick the lid with your foot, and it opens up that chest, and you find in there, inside that silver chest, there is a clear crystal box. And inside of that crystal box, you can see there is a ring with a little ruby on the inside of it. And it's just kind of sitting there in the bottom of the chest. It's like a crystal box with a ring with a ruby on it, just sitting at the bottom of the chest.
Guys, there's nothing scary in here. And I'm going to check for traps.
Okay. Roll. Roll a perception check. What you do notice is that the box is not sitting like flat on the bottom of the chest. It is actually inset a little ways into the bottom of the chest.
Uh-oh.
And it's, you think that seems suspicious.
Seems awfully spicy. Somebody with some steady hands come over here. My hands aren't what they used to be.
I could just summon a bug to grab it, maybe.
But what if it, like, does something to the room that we're all sitting in?
Yeah, I have a feeling moving this could be potentially dangerous.
I don't know how Brighton knows that it's probably dangerous, because he's played D&D before. I don't know if Damian would know about weighted pressure plates spawning gross things.
Well,
Alright, we roll a d20, lowest roll grabs it.
That sounds fair.
What's a D20?
Well, I'll pick a card from my deck.
Now that I understand.
All right.
We all roll a d12 and the lowest one grabs it.
Yeah. Oh, ace is high.
So 1 is high. Okay.
Hold on, so pull the king. Couple kings out there,
You got a
boys.
king.
Yeah.
Oh, Damien!
Alright.
Everyone back up.
Still have bardic inspiration.
I'm ready to use Dimension Door if I have to.
I really don't think this is a good idea, guys.
You got it?
You do it.
Wait, I have
This is
an
what
idea.
managers are for.
Everybody get in the tunnel.
Yep, you don't have to ask me twice.
Alright, once everybody's in the tunnel, I like sneak up to the front of the tunnel. And summon another unseen servant. And get him to go grab the ring.
Okay. So you wait a second, and you can sense your unseen servant move towards the chest. Look, and then starts to reach into the chest, and all of a sudden you hear as 8 darts come flying out from the bottom of the chest and just annihilate your unseen servant. And
what happened to the ring?
You hear the clattering noise of the crystal box dropping to the bottom of the chest.
Wait, so the ring just fell back in the chest?
Yep. The unseen servant got destroyed. Yeah.
Alright, Damien should be safe now.
Where did the darts come from? Like the roof? In the chest?
The darts came from
Just everywhere.
They just came from the bottom of the chest.
And it just looks identical, the chest now? Nothing. It's not disturbed. Or does it look like?
Well, are you looking back into the chest?
Yeah.
You look into the chest and you see that the crystal box has fallen, not back into the inset that it was in before, but it has fallen off to the side on the other side of the chest, so it doesn't seem to be on the inset anymore. Like the unseen servant picked it up and then died and dropped it back in the chest, but didn't lay exactly where it was before.
Doug, was the pressure plate that it was sitting on just in the inset, or was it the whole bottom?
I'm gonna go with the inset. And as I'm saying that, I'm just gonna go grab it. Feel safe now.
I was gonna try to super fast, speedy ninja grab it.
No, I'm going in casually with my half work, fat fingers.
Okay, so you're just picking up the crystal box?
Yeah.
Okay, you pick it up with no issue.
Oh, thank God.
You can take a look.
Hold it above my head like Simba.
Pardon?
I'm going to hold it above my head like Simba.
Alright, we draw more cards, and whoever draws lowest has to put it on.
So the box that the snakes came out of, I'm gonna go inspect and see if there's anything else in there.
The chest in there? Just a bunch of dead snakes in there, from what you can tell.
Alright. Well, seems we found the wrong room.
Wait, so what was all the riddles we had? It's been...
The only riddle that you guys, I believe, encountered, or the only message that was given to you, was look low and high for gold, to hear a tale untold. Take the archway at the end, and on your way you'll win.
Didn't the gargoyle give us some kind of riddle about the number 4?
Yeah, I think his riddle was about the number 4, which is why we got the 4th arm thing, and why we found this tunnel in the 4th invisible orb.
Yeah, your sacrifice was not in vain. Look to the 4th to find your gain. And you guys can assume that you found your gain already for that. That was the crystal that was invisible.
Is anyone good at Arcana? I'll give the ring a look. Can I tell if it's magical?
It might be a little tough to do. You might want to right now it's still in the crystal box. There's actually, if you look really closely, there's a seam that you can use that will actually help you open up the crystal box. Would you like to open the crystal box?
Oh, it's a ring with a crystal box inside.
Yeah, there's a box, and it's like see-through. Like it's almost like a glass slipper, but it's like a jewelry box.
Okay, that makes.
But it's made out of like clear crystal.
All right, Doug, hold it still. And I'm gonna
hold it with my outstretched arms.
You open it with no problems. You would also notice, looking at how nicely and crafted this box is, you could actually estimate that this box would be worth around 1,000 gold pieces. The box itself.
Rich.
Good thing I didn't suggest throwing it out on the wall.
Unbelievable.
We won.
It is of unbelievable quality. You open it up. Do you take the ring out of the box?
Yep.
Okay, take it out and you take a look at it. Roll an Arcana check.
Can I help him or no? Oh, it doesn't matter.
This is the flick.
It's a fancy looking ring. It's got like a gold band. It's got a ruby inset on it. There seems to be some little not quite runes, but like designs along the edge of the band. It's a nice ring.
Does anyone want it?
Well, I lost all my. Put it on.
Okay. Put on the ring. You got a ring on your finger now.
Hog.
Looks good, Doug.
Oh, I'm keeping the box. Not sharing the box.
Well,
do we crawl out of here?
Wait.
Well, there was nowhere else to go in the other room. There's just a now slightly angry beholder.
You went
check
through
the
there were-
walls.
with the true sight. You saw that there were 4 of the orbs, the painted on orbs, had paths behind them. Right, and you went through the gold one, and you went through this one, which is the red one, which brought you to this room.
Oh, I thought we only knew that 4 of the orbs were translucent, not that they all had passageways behind them.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah.
With the
they
true
were
sight, you would have
illusions.
seen that the illusion. Yeah, you would have seen. I guess, yeah. Technically, I didn't. Maybe I might have spoiled that a little bit, but yes, there were 2 other illusion ones that you had not checked out.
All right.
I mean, you guys. The first thing you guys would have done is put your hand through. Anyways.
All right, so let's get the fuck out of here then.
Well, there could
'Kay.
be something, a passage hidden in a wall too. That's been half of this crypt.
All right, well you check that. I'll come out here and check this.
All right, I'm gonna.
As soon as Diarmuid, as soon as you start to try and go through the illusion, and you poke your head through the illusion, immediately, like 2 feet away from your face, you come face to face with a massive eyeball. It's just looking as this beholder is just kind of waiting for you guys to come out.
Bad.
Oh, you're back. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. What lovely eyes you have.
All the better to beam you with, my dear.
Wouldn't be the first time.
He kind of floats back and lets you through.
I am checking the walls for anything hidden.
Okay, which walls? Remember, we've got to.
I'm starting here and going around the room.
Okay, in the room with the chests.
Yep.
Okay, roll an investigation check. So this would take you 10 minutes to really, really go through and check each one.
He is currently hasted still.
Well, it'd be that pasted for probably another 15 seconds, and then he gets really tired and recovers. You don't find anything that stands out for you.
Still have bardic inspiration, Brighton?
Yeah, I guess technically I do.
Yeah, you could use that if you wanted to.
Sure, I'll add the 4 on.
You still don't seem to find any hidden doors in that room.
Alright. So there's no, like, pressure points in the wall. Cool.
Nope.
Alright, so that's taken me 10 minutes, so what happens during the 10 minutes when you guys were going in the beholder room? Because I'm still in here for a while.
The beholder seems relatively patient right now, but it does occasionally like lick its lips really hungrily towards you guys.
I'm gonna also step away for a quick second, but I'm just gonna move my token into that other room for vision.
Okay.
You know, I heard alligator tastes pretty good.
It does, actually. Wait.
I have never had alligator before.
Start rummaging through my bag. Not fresh out, sorry, friend.
Oh, that's a shame, but I'm sure you would be a good substitute.
Ah, look at me. I'm all skin and bones.
Aside from basically talking like he wants to eat, the beholder isn't incredibly impatient. But you get the feeling that probably by the end of the 10 minutes or so, while Damien's searching around in there, you think that you can see he's getting more and more restless.
I'm gonna be feeling up the wall over here.
Okay. And then where are you just feeling up that spot on the wall, and are you moving in any other directions, or?
Well, I'm gonna have like my arms outstretched, kind of just looking for shit.
Okay.
But standing where I am, yeah.
Yeah, roll an investigation check. Nothing. Just seems to be a wall. There's a painting of a dark elf holding a what kind of a orb is that next to you there? That is holding a scarlet orb held waist high. And you kind of touch the orb and stuff, nothing really happens with it.
So this was the fourth one we went in, so the rest of them should be like back up to the north.
You remember there was one over here. There was an illusion over here.
Okay.
And what color are those orbs?
This one is black, and the one up between the two doors that you guys see there is purple. The black one is at the feet of a figure, and the purple one is also at the feet of a figure there.
That seems pretty low to me.
All right, while we're standing in here debating what we're going to do, I'm going to say, look over there to the beholder in the direction it's not looking, and I'm going to cast Major Image, and I'm going to create a female beholder. Not again.
All right. So when you say look over there, its head turns and looks towards where you're making this female beholder pop up, but 3 of its eye stalks stay centered on you guys and keeps looking at you guys as the whole head moves, but it seems to be able to look in multiple places at once. And it looks over. So what do you mean by a female beholder? When you're in your idea, what does a female beholder look like differently from a regular beholder?
Lipstick, eyeshadow, and a lighter shade of our skin tone. Softer and small socks.
Stocks, not socks.
Oh, he said socks, not socks.
Eye stalks.
Gonna have socks too.
We got little socks on.
Them
It's
thigh-high
eye
socks.
because it's cold, so it needs the eye stalk socks to stay warm.
Yep.
Yeah, so it goes up and kind of looks around at this female beholder. It's basically Bugs Bunny dressing as a female beholder. It goes over in that. Sorry, exactly where did you put it in the corridor?
I put it kind of back here.
Okay,
I can
and it goes
120 feet, so I'll cast it back there.
And it goes up and it kind of looks at it a little bit. And it is going to make an intelligence check against your spell save DC. And it realizes it is an illusion.
Oh, it's
That's
so
kind of
smart.
awkward.
Yeah, and turns around. Well, that is rather entertaining. I wouldn't mind having a companion like this to stay with me in my time here.
Well, the best I can do is 10 minutes.
And it just kind of turns the fake beholder. So, you come here often?
First time.
So it can answer back with Major Image, I assume?
Yeah.
Oh well. We could have a feast, and I've got just the right meal. And starts to turn and look back towards you guys.
And when he looks towards us, I'm going to use my 7th level slot to cast Hero's Feast.
Oh.
Oh. You got the. I assume you had the chalice as well. If you knew you were bringing Heroes Feast, like I would have assumed that you would have. Because I think it's in a 1,000 gold piece chalice or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
All right. So I would say you probably only had enough gold for one of those.
Yep.
If that's fair.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, you pull out the chalice and start playing some nice dinner music, and you make Heroes Feast appear.
This is what you're talking about, right? This
Oh,
delicious meal.
kind of floats over the table that you created, and you see like one big tongue just kind of like lolls out of its mouth, and it just kind of like licks up. What kind of foods do you have on there?
It's gonna be a lot of like fancy like caviar and shellfish and stuff because I don't know what this thing eats, but I think it's like gross. So snails, like escargot.
Oh yeah.
Rich
Yeah,
people
it
food.
actually like licks up like an entire like bowl of shelled snails, and like with the shells on, and then you just hear it just start crunching the shells. Roll a persuasion check.
Ooh, okay.
Come on, baby.
Baby.
Okay. And it seems enamored with this Heroes Feast that it's eating that, and it's actually most of the eye stalks are now looking at the different things on the spread of the table, and it's trying to figure out like what it eats next. And it is disgusting the way that it's eating some of these things. It's just like a bulldog trying to eat a bowl of like messy food, and just no hands, just licking things up. Occasionally looks up with a mouthful. Oh, these fish are delicious, and it seems to be distracted for now. Will any of you guys be taking part in this Heroes Feast with the Beholder?
Hell
So now
yeah.
the Beholder.
So I'll grab a soup.
The Beholder is now cured of all diseases and poison. The Beholder is now immune to poison and being frightened. Makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. And roll your 2d10 to see how many hit points thing gets.
All right.
Okay.
My favorite
So
part
the
about all this is Deckard is in here looking at walls, and he's gonna come out and see a feast that showed up.
You mean Damien?
Or yeah, Damien. Deckard's a long time ago.
That's funny.
Another land.
Yeah, it's just slurping that stuff up. Actually, you would have finished looking around because it takes 10 minutes to cast Heroes Feast. By the time you come out, you would have seen this happen.
Is this the feast you were talking about? Just awkwardly stands there for 10 minutes. Yeah.
Alright.
You could see that over the course of those 10 minutes, the bowl was expanding and changing into like a table, and food just started slowly popping out into existence on top of the table, and it just was over the course of 10 minutes that happened.
Nice.
So, yep. Is anyone else taking part in the feast? Are you guys having escargot, a little bit of crawdads?
Yep.
I'll give you one to turn down food.
You'll just use the 12 that
Oh, okay.
that
Okay.
Colton rolled.
Thank God.
Well, yeah.
Feel like,
So everyone's got 12 temporary hit points.
It's max HP.
We'll join you there for
HP,
dinner.
yeah.
It's HP, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Even better.
Will we just straight up add that to our max?
Yeah.
Yep.
It goes away after a bit, so just be,
Yeah.
like, separate.
I put
Oh,
Yeah,
plus 12.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. Let's grab like a chicken leg and start chomping down on that.
Damien kind of picks gingerly at things. He's marginally picky.
Onto eats almost as messily as the Beholder, but not quite.
All right, so you guys have feasted on your hero's feast. Once it's all cleared up, the beholder kind of just sits there and kind of actually like it looks like the beholder ate probably as much as all of you guys combined, and now just kind of like floats lazily and kind of sit like actually instead of floating in the air, just lets its body like just rest on the ground. It just kind of burps and just kind of seems to be taking in like the turkey dinner style, like just basically taking a nap and just relaxing.
All right.
I'm gonna walk back to the rest of the group and say we should play him a nice lullaby.
All right, quick! Somebody throw a portable hole under him.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't either, but it would be hilarious. I don't think a bagpipes, a horn, or a drum is a nice lullaby instrument.
I'll just sing him a song, my beautiful voice.
Do you want to do that? Or are you?
I think.
As well.
I'll join in with my harmonica.
All right, I'll sing.
Oh, some
Right.
nice tap.
What song are you singing to try and put him to sleep?
Oh, that is a good question. Maybe I'll just like do a beautiful harmonic hum for him.
Rockabye
okay.
beholder.
What about this? Let's go with this guy here. Or there we just kind of
Perfect.
hum. Just kind of hum to him with like that.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So you hum the Temple of Time song, and you actually see if you can roll a performance check there, Mitchell, because we've got 19 on the harmonica from Ansel, and you see as the
Hell yeah.
beholder's main eyelid closes over, and the other eyelids kind of just droop down, and it appears to be taking a nap.
Pull up my dagger silently, and I look at the rest of the group, and I like, should we? No, just kidding.
Oh, you fucking idiot.
Hey now. And then I snort some cocaine off of it.
Yeah, that's better.
I assume we all seen this.
No, I didn't try to hide this one.
You didn't try, yeah.
Damien just shakes his head and disapproves.
Dear Mute
but
likes
does
to party, man.
nothing.
Hell yeah, we just had a huge feast and some drinks, boys. Party time.
Party time.
Right.
The life of the party.
I think we know who's going in the next hole first.
All right. I think I asked this last week, but I don't remember. The 4 transparent orbs. The first one that we went in way at the top was the highest.
Yep.
What about the next 3? Is any of them the lowest?
These 2 were on the floor, basically.
Yeah, the other one that you guys just came out of in the red one is held waist high.
And then the other 2 were also waist high?
No, the other 2 were at their feet.
Okay. So the 2 remaining one are exactly equal in height.
Yep.
And neither of them are gold. Guys, I have no idea which one of these to go into.
Well, let's check this one out.
Let's flip a coin.
Okay.
Oh, no. Heads
Heads
equals
is one.
cocktails.
There you go. It's heads.
All right.
What's up?
It's this one.
Okay. You make your way into that orb, and you guys have to kind of crawl on your hands and knees to get through. As you pass through, and I don't actually have continuation on there, you see there is a... this one actually looks like it's a little different from the rest, whereas the other crawlways that you went through, they seem to be carved. This one looks like it was kind of more... It looks like it's more rough and natural. It seems to be like a tunnel that's been made like through the earth and through the rock and stone that this dungeon was built into. Go and you crawl and you make your way through, and you take a left turn and a right turn, and it twists and turns until you reach a large opening that opens up into a large cavern. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I got this ready for you here. This cavern. Right. So you start to make your way into this cavern, and you can see that there's a large pool of water, and it seems to be like mildly lit from... it's tough to see where the sources of light might be coming from, but it is dimly lit throughout this entire cavern. You can see there is a large pool of water, and off past the pool of water, you can see that there is seems to be another chest, kind of sitting on an island beyond the pool of water over here. Yep. But the one thing you do notice is that you see a huge, scaled red creature, and you can actually hear this rhythmic sound of like...
Did Brett cut out for anybody else? I didn't hear.
Sorry.
What rhythmic sound.
Sorry, I guess the noise I was making, I guess, was too quiet. It's like it seems to be like heavy breathing, coming from this creature. It's tough to see and make out the shape for it, but you can see that it is scaly and red from where you're standing. And so you guys will be standing right down here, so I'll drop you guys down there.
Oh my god.
If my Roll20 doesn't lag out. There you go.
Is that a motherfucking red dragon over there?
I think that there's a red dragon over there.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Whoa, we are tiny.
Yeah,
I'm way too fucking high for this.
I'll make you guys bigger, don't worry. Or maybe you guys can make yourselves bigger, I'm not sure.
So, living in this universe, do we know what dragons look like?
You know what dragons look like.
Is this a dragon?
The way that this is huddled up, and like it's kind of like curled up, and it is dim enough that it is tough to tell from here. It seems to be like curled up into a ball. It's could be a dragon. Roll a... I guess who wants to try and inch a little bit closer to take a closer look? Even if you go like feet closer, I would say.
I need control of my token.
Oh, you don't have control?
No,
I don't think any of us do.
Anyone have control? Ah, shoot.
I'll cast invisibility on myself and try and
Okay.
get closer, maybe.
I'll give you guys control while you're...
Stealthy feet learned over the years.
Okay, can you move, Doug?
Yeah. I'm gonna can't even think of what show it's off of, but I'm thinking of like somebody like an old man that goes up on his tippy toes and he's all quiet towing around.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Makes the little
Just
sound.
raise up on my.
Scooby Doo. Kind of comes to mind for me.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
could be what I'm thinking of, but it doesn't feel
Or-
like it.
Anytime any of the Looney Tunes sneaks around.
Yeah.
There's my roll.
Okay. 17 stealth. Okay. So you get up close enough. There doesn't seem to be that much of a reaction. Once you don't even have to jump down that ledge. From there, where you're standing, like if you go back there, roll a perception check. As you're kind of standing there, you see the head kind of gets up and moves, and then rests itself back down in another location. You think, oh, that's. And then you also see the tail also seems to move and wag around, but then you realize that's not a tail. It seems to be another long neck with a another head attached to it. So this seems to be a multi-headed reptilian creature.
So the chest that we see on the island, can we tell what color it is from here?
It is just standard wood.
I strategically stopped playing my banjo while we're here.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the right place.
We need that chest.
If it's got poison snakes or a giant skeleton again.
It could be anything.
It could even be a boat.
With a flick.
Can anyone not move?
Shit, you're right.
You use your fancy hand and go open it up.
How big is that chest? Can I tell from here?
It is about 4 feet in length.
Guys, I might be able to get the chest, but then I'd be real tired after it. Probably not. I don't know if I'll be able to carry it.
All right, I have an idea. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast silence right here on the dragon, or whatever that thing is.
All right. So you cast silence, and all of a sudden you hear the snoring just stops, and you watch as. Yep. No sound can be created, so this like snoring noise kind of stops, and all of a sudden you see one head just like poke up and look around and look at the other heads a little bit confused.
It also can't hear anything.
Right. The issue I think that would have happened here is that one of the heads was awake and noticed that the other heads just stopped making noise, which was odd. And it kind of like goes down and pokes at one head, and you start to see one head, two head, three heads, four heads all start to rise up and kind of look around, kind of confused.
I mean, but none of the heads would have been able to hear, right? Because it's a pretty big sphere.
Right. That's the issue, though, is that the other ones were snoring.
Oh, I see.
One head was awake.
Yeah, one was awake, and it stopped
one head was awake.
Yeah,
so all of a sudden, its situation changed. Sorry, I know you're trying to help, but to me, I think that would be the most likely response.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
No, if one head awake, it makes sense.
Yeah. So now they kind of look around, and they are actively searching the room. What would you guys like to do?
Alright, I need to read dimension door real quick. Hey, Orin, you think you can pick up that chest?
I can carry anything.
Except a tune.
He's not even a musician, man.
That's the joke.
Very mean-spirited.
Oh, come on, you know it's all in good fun.
Alright. When Orin says that, as soon as a tiny bit of jesting's over, I touch his arm and dimension door it directly to the chest.
Okay. All right. As you do that, this red hydra, it's all a bunch of its heads all turn and look directly in the direction by the chest. And you land next to it, and the chest is directly next to you. It does not seem to be attached to the ground or anything like that. And all of a sudden, it starts making its way. Sorry, I'm going to bring token up.
God, it's an invisible Hydra.
Oh no!
And
Much more intimidating.
Oh yeah.
It definitely got angry real quick.
yeah, and it starts trudging its way towards you guys.
Orin,
Are
pick
you
it
going
up
to
quick.
the chest?
What'd you say?
I said, Orin, pick it up quick.
All right. With all my
Okay.
practice of lifting crates,
Um,
I pick it up.
as you start to pick up the chest, and the Hydra starts, like, some of the heads start kind of like roaring at you. You guys see bubbling appearing over here as two more heads start to rise up out of the water. These ones, though, are scaled green rather than the the red one that you had seen before. And four different heads start to rise up out of the water as a Hydra that seemed to be taking a nice nap underneath the water has been alerted to your presence as well.
Can I make a reaction or do something?
Yep. I would say if the way this is running here, I'm not going to get you guys to jump into initiative quite yet, judging by this plan, but what would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Confusion centered on this Hydra.
Okay, go ahead and I guess what is the DC on Confusion?
Oops. Cast at level 4. I believe is how it works. Yeah.
Okay. It is a Wisdom saving throw. And it is going to roll this with advantage because there are multiple heads.
Oh, I was hoping to be one for each head.
No, it's just the entire Hydra gets to roll twice because that tends to happen with a lot of multiple head creatures in D&D.
Yeah.
But yeah, a 21 passes anyway, so.
Yeah.
So it seems to shake off the confused effect and keeps trudging towards Oron and who took him? Damien. Okay, so I assume are you going to be dimensioning dooring back then?
If he could pick up the chest, yes.
Yep, he picked up the chest and he's holding the chest over
Alright.
one massive burly shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, yep. I dimension door just back to, like, right at the mouth of the... Actually, would we be more than 500 feet from the Beholder hallway?
I would say no, you would not be more than 500 feet.
Alright. Meet you back outside. I yell, we'll be at the Beholder, and then I poof us right back to the Beholder hallway.
Okay, so you guys get to the Beholder Hall. I did not expect this type of extraction here. I like it.
Call in the helo.
So yeah, I just start running back.
Yep.
I will say
off the Hydras
you
as
guys
we leave.
to circumnavigate this entire combat encounter to get to the chest.
We did
We're
it.
old. We don't have time for this shit.
That was well played. So yeah, I would say that would be your encounter. You guys make it back to the hallway with no problems.
I
Well done.
absolutely love trying to get through all these fucking encounters without ever actually fighting things.
Yep.
Okay.
You're 2 for 3 right now.
You guys have made your way back to the beholder hall. The beholder is still napping because that took all of like 10 minutes, not even to go do all that.
All right.
Check the last orb.
Want to check this through traps?
Well, we got, yeah, I guess. The only concern I have is that if something bad does come up now, I have no more dimension doors. Wait, actually, you can still upcast any spell.
Yep.
It just might not have another, like, increased effect.
Exactly.
You can still use a higher spell slot, right? Okay.
Exactly, yeah.
Alright, never mind. I do not say that. And yeah, we'll wait for Doug to get back, the master of inspection, and let him take a look.
Okay, so Doug's taking a look at the chest. I'll move you guys back to the other room. That was... Okay, well done.
We've grown wise in our old age.
Yep.
Guess I'll give the good chest a once over.
Okay, roll investigation check.
What about perception? What is it?
Pardon?
What about a perception check?
If you're looking for traps, it's more of an investigation situation.
Okay.
That's still pretty good, though. You do realize, you kind of like look and Jimmy opened the lid a little bit, and you slowly do it a little bit, and you start to hear like a click, 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 click noise coming from inside, and then you close the chest and the clicking noise stops. It appears to be trapped.
It's trapped, boys. Stand back.
I go hide behind the beholder.
Yep.
Is this door open? It's closed, right?
Sorry, I've got to switch your guys's. All the doors in there, I believe no one has tried any of the doors yet.
Oh no, sorry, I meant like the sliding door. I think it
Door?
closed behind us.
Yeah, it closed behind you, then they came back in, and then the beholder closed it again.
Right.
So yeah, it's still closed. The secret door is closed.
Well, it's 100% trapped. Do you want to slam this thing open? Or do you just want to leave it? Or do you maybe want to use your fancy hand to open it from afar?
Can you sleight of hand disarm traps? I don't actually remember. I don't have a thieves kit.
You could use thieves' tools to disarm certain traps. Sometimes it's set up in a way that you basically have to break the laws of physics to actually disarm. But
I do not have thieves' tools. I have really good sleight of hand, but Deckard would, Damien wouldn't steal things.
yeah, you could try. You could, if you could explain to me, how would you try and, if you're gonna try and instead of sliding it sleight of hand,
Explain that. He's
would
not
you like?
creative enough.
You said there was like
with my 18 of investigation, would I have seen anything like when I cracked the lid?
No, you didn't see anything. You did hear a clicking noise coming from inside. It sounds like there is a mechanism that once the lid is opened up enough, something will happen.
Wait, you said it's wood, right?
Yep.
Why don't we just smash the lid, but only the center of the lid, so it's not opened?
How about I just burn it with flame tongue?
I don't know what's inside.
Yeah, burning things probably not the best.
Yeah, why doesn't someone just YOLO and open it?
I've got brewer's supplies. Would that include a corkscrew?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to use the corkscrew to drill a hole in the top of the chest so that we can look in.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you do that. You drill a hole with the corkscrew. It takes a lot of work, and you know what? I will have you do a sleight of hand for me to see if you manage to. Yeah, I would say you even managed to do it without damaging your corkscrew. It's still functional. So you managed to screw a hole through the box. It's about an inch in diameter, and you'd be able to poke your little eyes in there to see.
I don't
All
have
right,
dark
somebody
sight.
with dark vision, do this. I can't see anything.
How,
All right.
Slam
I
my
got
head forward. Or you got her? Okay.
Okay, who's looking?
I will.
Okay. Dear Mood, you look into the hole, you just kind of squint like you're looking into a little peep show, and you can see inside there, sitting on the bottom of the chest, you can see an exquisite looking dagger that's just kind of sitting there in a hilt. And you can also see at the edge, kind of near where the lid is, you can see like there's like seems to be a cog and wheel that would have been making the clicking noise. It seems to be attached to a pouch of some kind, and it's like this canvas pouch that seems to have a thread set up so that if you were to open the box, it would rip open this pouch.
There seems to be some sort of pouch trap in here. I'm not sure what this pouch contains. But if we open it, it looks like it's going to set off the trap. But at the same time, there's a super fancy looking dagger in here that I really, really want.
Do you think you'd be able to sever the mechanism that opens the bag?
With the corkscrew hole, it would be tough to do unless you have like a very specific tool that you'd be able to use to do that.
If we crack the chest just a tiny little bit, could we slip a dagger in to cut the cord?
You could try.
Who's got steadier hands than I do?
I got pretty steady hands.
I'll open it up for you.
Just gentle.
All right. So how are you trying to, or you're just opening the lid a little bit and then trying to cut the cable, or what are you trying to do?
I'm gonna use two hands and only open it a sliver.
Like,
Okay.
if you feel any tension at all, don't open it anymore.
Start.
All
And
right,
I'm going
and
like
then
a
you're
half
gonna
a second.
try and slip a dagger in there and try and break the mechanism.
Yes.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check there, Doug.
Damien was the one with the dagger. That
Oh,
was just
Damien was
laying
with the
open.
dagger.
Yeah, I was just lifting the lid.
Okay. Yeah. Then sorry, Damien. Roll a sleight of hand check. Cool.
Yeah, that's what I
With,
wanted to roll.
so you've got Dear Mood is directing you, and Doug is holding it open, and you just find the little thread and just and thread cuts and seems to disconnect from the pouch.
Just imagine it's like three guys trying to help one dude park.
Yeah. I mean, this is highly effective.
All right.
Okay, guys, it looks safe.
I back up and say, all right, Doug, try to continue opening it carefully in case there's more traps that we didn't see.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna completely ignore what was just said and slam it right open.
Yeah,
Hell
and you hear the
yeah.
click, 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 and the lid opens up. Nothing happens.
Hey.
You successfully disarmed that trap very creatively.
Hey. All right, I reach in and grab the dagger.
Okay, you reach in, grab the dagger, and you lift it out. The one thing you notice as soon as you reach in and grab the dagger is that it does not feel like a dagger would. You grab it, and it is moist and sticky, and as you pull it out, you see an eyeball appears on this dagger, and another eyeball appears on this dagger, and a mouth appears on this dagger, and you have grabbed a mimic in your hand, and it has these pseudopods, these tentacles start to come out, and it starts to try and start biting at you, and your hand is starting to burn. I'd like you to roll initiative.
The mimic dagger inside of a not mimic chest.
Clear the turn order before we roll initiative, though.
Yep, I'm going for it. Sorry. Okay.
Now put Doug back in because he rolled already.
Oh, whoops.
And I'm gonna. Don't worry, the beholder is not currently initiative. I'm just gonna use that as the mimic because I don't have a token mimic.
I rolled a 14, but my token was unselected for some reason.
Okay. Your turn there. And all right. Sorry, I'm just looking up the initiative for the mimic here. Where is it on the stat block? Oh, I just do. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Here we go. Hey! The mimic is really slow.
Nice.
Okay, but it is adhesed to your hand. So. Okay. So, Damien, you see all of a sudden, who was it? Deermood grabbed it?
Yep.
Yeah, you watch as he just starts like lifts up his hand, or if Deermood wants to go first, it's up to you guys.
His dex is higher. He's first.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, you watch
You're
as
still being
as
right
he
on
just
the
starts
face.
waving his hand around, trying to get this thing off.
I will try to put some well-placed rapier pokes.
Okay. Yeah, roll for attack. I would say this will be disadvantaged because you're trying not to harm, unless you don't care about harming.
Nope.
If you want to try and avoid.
I will be trying. They're well-placed. I'm trying to avoid deer.
Okay. Okay, so this will be a disadvantage. That still hits, obviously, though, with the 24 to hit. Rapier, so roll for damage. So 16 damage to the mimic.
And then just a
Okay.
second one.
Yep, and that also hits. Okay.
Don't
I
forget
guess
to
I
add
would've had
Doug to the turn order.
I would have had to move up. So I'll be there.
Okay. Yeah, we won't. Yeah, you won't have to worry too much about placement for this, just because it's pretty straightforward. All right. Deermood, what do you do with this dagger on your hand?
Questioning my existence. Can I make some sort of attempt to like? I know you said it's sticky, but can I make some sort of attempt to like throw this thing?
You can try to get out of the grapple. Basically, it's grappling you. You can try to get out of the grapple with a DC 13, either a strength or dexterity check. But those are ability checks to escape that grapple have disadvantage.
Okay, dex check, not a dex save.
Yeah, dex check. Okay. I guess technically it would be a dex save. Sorry.
Dex save would be okay. I'm gonna actually roll that.
For theory crafting purposes, what happens if you push somebody that's grappling somebody else?
Fuck.
We will just physics it. So, like, if we're dealing with this mimic, or what are you wondering? Oh,
Yeah, like in
if
this
you push
case,
someone
if I
grappling
were to
someone
push
else,
the mimic.
depends on. I would depend on like probably do like a strength check. Completely depends on the situation. Like in this case, the mimic is just going wherever Deermute is, right?
Okay. I was just wondering because
And
my mobile flourish would have let me push the target I hit 5 feet away from me, plus a number of feet equal to the number I rolled.
in this case, it would not. It would not be able to break the grapple.
Right, makes sense.
What with Deermute being the weirdo that he is, he's probably gonna start screaming. Ah, get something off me!
Well, with that dexterity save, you do actually manage to like whip your hand and like slap it onto the floor, and it lands on the floor with a wet thwack noise.
Did you say
And it kind of.
disadvantage?
Hmm?
I think.
Oh
you
yeah,
said
it is with
disadvantage.
disadvantage. Right, you are. Never mind, it is stuck on you still.
Oh, I'm
My
definitely
mistake.
gonna yell that.
All right, the beholder wakes up. Okay.
And he sees me just screaming and looking at my
Yeah.
hand.
Did you want to do anything with your movement or your bonus action?
No, I'm just gonna keep screaming things. Somebody fucking help me! Cut my hand off. I don't even care. Don't actually do that.
Also, it's on your turn. Yeah, no, that's it. Okay. Who's up next? Oran, how would you like to help your band member?
I say, hold still, and I blast a firebolt at his hand.
Just so you know, I'm probably not holding still.
Are you trying to not hit him, or are you just going full ham on it? Basically, are you going to take disadvantage to not to make sure you don't hit Deermute, or are you just going to do a straight roll, and then if you miss, you might hit Deermute?
Get the fuck off me, man.
I'm pretty confident.
Okay, roll for attack.
Oh!
13, hey? 13 hits.
Hey.
Oh.
Yep. Roll for damage. $23. Oh, all right. Yeah, that roasts it, and it screeches like as it's very very hurt, and it's burnt, and it smells like burned dog poo. Like it does not smell good to burn this thing.
Oh.
Okay, Onslow, you're up.
All right, you said the beholder is waking up.
Yep. The beholder right now is just kind of curiously watching you guys do this.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to look at the beholder and just go, it's fine, go back to sleep. You know what? Even just sleep in a little bit. And I'm going to cast suggestion on him.
Okay.
Use advantage on wisdom saves.
He's half asleep. Should cancel.
True.
And
Yeah.
he kind of nods at you and goes back to sleep.
Nice.
Hell yes.
I'm gonna
All
grab
right.
the pouch from out of the chest. Very carefully.
Okay. Sorry, who was that?
We still need Doug.
Yeah, the mimic is still attached to Deermute's hand.
Oh,
It's still
I thought
alive.
it died.
Yeah. So it's Slash's turn.
Oh, we got to add Doug in there.
It nearly died. It didn't quite die.
Doug goes before me.
Oh, Doug didn't show up on my initiative tracker. But yeah, Doug,
Yeah,
you can go then.
He rolled it before.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll just swing at it with my flame tongue warhammer.
Okay.
Eat him.
Yeah, you hit it. Okay. So yeah, you just smoke it, and like it gets stuck to your flame tongue warhammer, and it comes off and kind of rips off, peels off a little bit of the skin of deer mute. Not like really bad or anything like you're not flayed, but like it's kind of like if you stuck your tongue to a metal fence post in the cold. You don't take any damage, but yeah, it's smushed onto the ground. And as it like, well, that's all. Well, one last little whimper. You see the mouth kind of open up on the dagger, go, and it starts to melt away and liquefy. And you see in this puddle of this black goo that was this mimic, you actually do see there's a little glint of something shiny within the puddle.
Guess I'll grab it.
Another smaller mimic.
Yeah, guess I'll grab it.
That would have been a great idea. No, you pick it up, and there seems to be a small, like, seems to be like a small, almost like a sewing needle, but it seems to be a little bit longer. There seems to be a little more of a handle in place, and that's what you got there. You've got a needle, metal needle.
I like needles.
Jesus.
Good for
Yeah, it would look more closely to the needle, not like the hyper, more closely to the types of needles that would be used for tattooing.
Interesting.
Volunteers.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, so you guys are now in this room. You have a needle after having an incident with a mimic, after managing to get away from some hydras, and I think we'll take a quick little 5-minute break here, guys.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Hey.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, we're back. I was just waiting for.
Okay.
Oh, so are we live?
Yep.
We
Yes.
back.
Okay, sorry, I wasn't sure. Okay. Hi everybody. Welcome back to the Boys Play D&D. Earlier on this session, we had the boys had gone around and found a chest, untrapped the chest that they got, and they opened the chest, grabbed an ornate dagger inside, and found out that dagger was a mimic. Which then, once they defeated the mimic, then they found out that they had a cool looking needle that they got from. They have checked 3 of the 4 passageways leading out of this room with the sleeping beholder, and they are doing pretty well. They've made a couple good decisions to survive things. So, as I will usually mention, if you want to listen to the music that we're listening to, because we're kind of doing like a musical style campaign, you can join the Watch Together link that we have, and you're able to listen to the music that we're listening to. Unfortunately, we cannot show some of the stuff on Twitch because of
It's rated 18A.
sorry, yeah.
A Discord link, Brighton.
Yeah. Okay. So, what would you guys like to do? You've got a sleeping beholder, you've got a fancy new needle.
Well, there's only one more illusory passageway to go.
And then 2 doors.
Yeah, but so far, doors have been a problem.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna grab the bag out of the chest as well.
I stand back when he does that.
Yep.
Okay. The bag is kind of nailed on the edges, and you can tell like there's kind of like a pouch, right? And the edge of the pouch you assume wouldn't contain the stuff, but if you're gonna grab the bag, there might be some ripping involved.
Oh, then I will not do anything.
Okay. Okay, so you leave the pouch.
Oh, let's try the last hole.
Okay, so you guys can make your way into the hole there. I will open up. You guys kind of crawl your way through and poke your head in, and you can see a tunnel that curves off to the right.
Can we hear those hydras kind of just being generally pissed off in that other room that we just randomly left?
No, it seems like the sound doesn't carry that well from out there.
Well, who wants to go in first?
Doug, as always.
Doug bravely.
Be right behind you, Doug.
I'm a
Playing the
manager, not a
drums.
leader.
Yep. I'm sticking next to my dancing light.
So this is kind of tough to see. You can see there's actually a dead end there. What you notice is that this tunnel is, as you turn around to the right, it is sloping downwards and downwards and downwards. And you assume as you go across there, it actually curves around, and you can actually walk around over here, and it just goes on. The tunnel goes underneath the floor of the hallway where you guys originally came from. So I can just move you guys individually over there as you.
You forgot my dancing lights?
I'll bring them. Oh, stop making.
Oh, I moved too far.
Oh yeah, just wait there. You only have the one dancing light, or?
There is 7 of them stacked on top of each other. Here, I'll give Onslow his 3. And then
Oh,
the 4th
okay.
one, I have no idea where it went. It got stuck in a wall at some point.
Yeah, you make your way, and you curve and curve and curve your way through this, and it's a crawl space the entire way. And you go down further and further, as you go down this path. You can take a left there, Doug. So you can keep going that way.
Like, is this tunnel changing at all, or does it look the same the entire time?
It looks very similar. Like it's grooved not grooved. It's carved through the rock, and it seems to be an actual piece that was built by Boruzo. Okay.
The lighting's kind of weird in here, I think.
Sorry, just a sec. What's bugging you for the lighting?
Oh, no, never mind. It fixed itself. I think.
Okay, so as you guys make your way down, sorry, I'm just looking at my step here.
I put Damien on part of the path and glitched into the outside of the map, and
Okay.
now can't move him at all.
I will save Damien. Damien
Guys,
can
light
go.
up with those dancing lights. I'm blind.
You gotta save his life.
I'll just take you guys all down to the end of the tunnel here. How about that?
Skip the cutscene.
Yeah. Skip the cutscene.
It's like
That's right.
the glitchy cutscene.
Yep. It's almost like it was in a Bethesda game.
Is that what I see as a dead end?
Dead end. Just stops. You just have this flat wall in front of you.
Well, Doug does what he does best. Takes a swing at the wall.
Okay, roll for an attack. Take a swing at it, and that does not seem to do anything to the wall.
Why don't you take a closer look at the wall first? There's been a lot of hidden stuff.
Take a look at the wall. Take the suggestion. But yeah, the wall right at the end of the tunnel. I'll look up.
Okay, roll a perception check. Is anyone else taking part in this at all, or?
I would assume that there's not really enough room.
I'll be
Okay.
checking the roof, kind of.
It just seems to be a solid stone wall in front of you.
How about
this
the
is
roof?
a waste of time.
Can I inspect the roof?
Yep. Roll a perception check. You look up at the roof. It seems to be fairly normal. I would say you do see, however, like directly next to Doug. Doug is kind of like looking over and passes over some stuff. You actually do see kind of at the edge. You do see there's a seam at the top of the roof, just right on the corner of where the wall and the roof. And you do see that there is a secret door ahead of you. With a little bit of further inspection, you do find part of the wall that would be seems slightly out of place, and you put your hand up to it and give it a little push, and there's a crunching noise as the wall ahead of you actually lowers down into the floor, and see ahead of you. You see what is obviously some form of temple area. There are scenes of normal life painted on the walls, but the people have rotting flesh, skeletal hands, worms eating them, and so forth. Yet there are also depicted various religious symbols of good alignment. There is a mosaic path leading between 4 rows of wooden pews that face the worship area. In front of the pews, a wooden railing divides the room. South of it is an altar in front of a tiered dais on which sits a wooden chair.
Well, this isn't ominous at all.
All right. I'm
You guys
assuming we
are
all
starting
gather in the
starting
room.
to explore.
Well, trying to get out of the tiny tunnel and enter the room.
Yeah, get everyone in there. Okay. So Doug, you start
that?
walking up along the path.
What's this dude doing over here?
You can see that. Well, Doug would notice it'd be a little harder for you to see from where you're standing because the way that this altar is, technically, I should have had some dynamic lighting blocking there. But as Doug starts to get closer, you do see that there is a human skeleton in black chainmail that is badly rusted and damaged. The skeleton's outstretched arm points to a stone archway set into the wall. The opening is filled with opaque, bright orange vapors.
Damien kind of
So
snaps his fingers, and his lights just flood out into the room, into the far reaches where Doug's light doesn't quite reach.
Yep. So you can see some of those things.
Is that better?
Doug, as you start going up through the middle there, I'm going to stop you there for a second. Okay. As you get closer, you can see that the chair is nicely carved and padded, but seems unremarkable. On either side of the dais are large freestanding brass candelabras. How do you guys pronounce those usually? Candelabras. I've realized I've never said that word out loud. Each holding 5 white candles. In each corner on the southern wall, large white pottery urn stoppered with a brass and wooden plug. So these would be the urns. Here and here, candelabras.
If you're pinging things, I think you're pinging on the wrong layer, by the way.
Pardon? Oh, I am.
But I was assuming that these were the urns. So
yeah, those are the urns. Okay.
Well, I look at the group and this room's weird. Why would we have a church hidden in the middle of this dungeon?
Is that archway similar to the one me and Doug went through?
It is similar, but now instead of the grayish vapors, these ones are bright orange.
Does this room? Because when we were walking up the tunnel, you mentioned that like the tunnel and that door all seem constructed.
Pardon?
When we were walking through the tunnel and everything, you said it like was obviously constructed.
Yeah.
By Boruzo. Is this church also obviously constructed?
Seems to be. Like you wouldn't just have a church that just wasn't constructed, I guess.
Well, I meant like in the same way as like Boruzo constructed the room.
As far as you can tell, it's similar to the other rooms, just church-like.
Interesting. So we got a churchy room that's half evil, half good. Right? With the similar but slightly different arch.
Yeah. Nope.
Alright, well arch is bad, so avoid it.
And that poem say something about an arch?
Yeah, it said arches will make your path more difficult.
Didn't say that.
It said that in old shitty English.
Well, I'm gonna
The
throw a
archway
dagger.
at the end along the way you'll wend.
I'm gonna throw a dagger at the archway.
Okay. Do you get up closer first? Okay.
Good
Yeah. I
lord.
guess you could throw an arch. Yeah, you could throw it from there.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you toss the dagger and goes through the arch.
Like it teleports.
Can't tell.
to the arch?
You don't hear if it
Does
makes a noise or anything like that.
Does it disappear? Like I lose vision of it?
Actually, when you do throw the dagger, you do hear a clattering noise on the other side of the wall of the mist.
Okay, but I can't see through the mist.
You cannot see through the mist. No.
Okay.
Hmm.
Um,
Can you describe the throne again? Like the
so it's not a throne. There's a chair in front of an altar.
okay.
The chair is nicely carved and padded, but seems unremarkable. And if you get closer and you start to look at the altar, you can see that
Alright, so confirmed the chair's not a druid.
the altar is a block of strange material that glows with an inner light of opalescent blue. So the altar seems to be lightly glowing blue at this point.
Is there any like
Does my passive perception of 22 let me know anything more?
I didn't know you had a passive perception of 22. You would have found that door easily then. That's good to know. All right. Let me see.
I thought we had this conversation a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, I know. I always forget about passive perception. You do notice that the pews all seem to have hinges
So they're
Like-
on their
They'll
seat.
flip
So
up?
like you could lift up the seat and look underneath.
Hmm.
I
Well,
guess.
I'm gonna grab the one immediately beside me and see if it
Okay.
opens up.
All right. The one immediately beside you, you lift it up and you look into it, and
darts fly out at you?
Oh, fucking-
So far,
have
9 out of 10 things we've opened had darts fly out at you.
you see underneath on that seat, you see 2,000 gold pieces are just scattered throughout on the bottom of this pew.
Holy shit.
Well, I'm gonna look at the back of the rest of the party and give them a thumbs up and hold up a few of the gold pieces.
Okay.
It seemed too easy.
I guess what is everybody's passive perception, just so I know for the future?
14.
15.
17.
Okay.
12.
13.
All right. Gotcha.
And every one of the pews has hinges.
Yep.
That seems sketchy.
Damien is a
Well,
massive
I'm
pussy.
I'm gonna nudge Slash and tell him to open up the one beside him.
Okay.
Okay. You open up that pew, and you look inside, and you see 3,000 gold pieces.
Wow.
Rich
This has to
boys.
be some kind of trick, right?
I can't imagine it's not.
Can you just pick up?
Did you pick up the gold pieces?
I think I picked up a few in the first pew, didn't I?
He did, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not.
Sorry, not 3,000 gold pieces, 2,000 gold pieces. My mistake. Sorry to mislead you.
Okay.
2,000
got-
in both those.
Okay.
That's obviously
Hmm.
2 now, right?
Alright, I'm gonna open mine.
Okay. That one?
Yep.
You open that up and you see that pew has 3,000 electrum pieces sitting in a compartment below it.
3,000 pieces of garbage.
I don't even know what an electrum is. Is that like a shittier gold?
It's like
Yeah.
a half gold. Alright. I'm going to approach closer to these candelabras. Are they lit up already?
Yes, they are.
Okay. The one on the right side, I'll use prestidigitation and snuff out the candles. See if anything happens.
They do not go out.
Oh.
There appears to be some. They appear to be left on with some sort of magic.
Well, that's interesting. Alright, I'm gonna sit down on this pew and just contemplate that as I pluck the banjo.
Okay, as you sit down on the pew,
Oh no!
A dart
you
is up
realize that it's not exactly the most comfortable.
Like scale of 1 to 10.
This is a
For
solid
the pew,
3.
the comfortability,
Yeah,
4.
that's not bad.
I mean, that's a pretty good pew.
Slightly below average.
Yeah.
Hey, but pews normally suck.
That
Can I
they do.
closely inspect his body?
Yep. You take a look. Like I said, it seems to be a human skeleton in black chainmail. And it's very badly rusted and damaged. It looks like the skeleton's been here for a very long time.
Is the chainmail black by design, or was it burned?
Black by design.
Oh, nice choice.
I'm going to talk to the rest of the party. Guys, we need to. I kind of want to sit down on this chair, but I'm very scared to sit down on this chair. Looks kind of spooky. But what if we get Bono to sit down on this chair?
I get up from the pew and be like, well, this pew sucks. I'll sit down on it. Sit down on the chair.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Sit down in the chair. It's much more comfy than the pew.
That's some
And
balls.
that's the stuff.
Wait,
I'll kind of look to the sides of it, see if I can make it like rock back and forth like a rocking chair.
No, it does not. It does not act. It's on 4 legs. If you can rock it, but it doesn't rock like there.
All right, I do not rock the chair. I'm like, oh, that's better.
Rock the chair. Don't rock the chair, baby.
wait, you said the altar was glowing, right? Like a light blue?
The altar is glowing like a opalescent blue.
Like, if we turned all the lights off, would it be like casting a visible light, or is it just on the altar?
It would cast a bit of a visible light, but not enough to actually light anything up around it. You just kind of see it off in the distance, kind of like if you got I don't know, just a little bit of a light glow. It's nearly unnoticeable.
This is where the orange glow is, right here.
That is where the orange mist is. Yes.
Orin, help me pick up this body, and we're gonna stick his hand through this orange mist.
Aha.
Why don't
Alright.
you just throw him through it entirely?
Because I want to pull his arm back and see what it looks like.
Okay. You stick the skeleton hand through the mist, and then pull it back, and it seems unchanged.
Was there any armor or anything that was exposed that went through?
Yeah, I would say it would have been wearing a gauntlet back.
Okay. Interesting.
What if we set that poor fellow on that magical looking altar over there?
Ah, another good plan that doesn't involve us.
Damien, while that's happening, since he's seen his friends kind of open these with nothing bad happens, we'll open this one.
Sorry, what was the last statement there? I was thinking about the altar plan you guys had.
Oh, I said while they're moving the body over to the altar, he'll kind of start peeking in the rest of these to see if there's anything more than money in any
Okay.
of them.
Which way are you going from?
I'm starting at this one.
Okay. You look in that one and you see that there is 4,000 silver in that one.
Fuck, we're good at counting.
You could sit there around 4,000 silver.
Alright, well. That one next.
Okay. That one has 4,000 silver in it.
Seems to be increasing in value the closer we get to the front.
I would say that is a very astute observation. I would wager that these front ones are 1,000 platinum.
Or darts.
50-50.
Okay, so you're checking this guy now?
Yeah, I'm gonna check this guy.
3,000 electrum.
Oh. Why do we need the flick? Let's just take all this money and get the hell out of here.
That is
Not a bad
very
idea.
good point.
You know, it
What's
wasn't
funny
always
here,
about the money. Back in the day, it was about the rock.
Yeah, but I'm old. Do you see the state of my dojo?
It was all about pussy for me.
Just could buy a lot of cake.
I fight my worst half.
Okay, so by the time you've checked 3 of those, they've brought the corpse over to the altar. Could you explain to me, how are you trying to put it onto the altar? Are you being careful? What are you
We're
doing?
just me and Duggar each holding half of them, and we just plop them on it.
Just let them go, kind of heave-ho them on there?
Yep.
Okay, and it flops onto the altar, and
Kind of toss them from
nothing apparent seems to happen.
I touch the altar with one finger.
You touch the altar with one finger? I need
Oh, what have I done?
I need Oron, Daramud, Slash, and Damien to all make a the dexterity saving throw.
Can I
As
use...
as you touch the altar, and the blue light lights up brighter and brighter and brighter, and you start to see this electric sparks start coming off of the altar, and a bolt of lightning rushes up down the aisle
Can I
and
use
strikes.
counterspell?
Counterspell, hey?
Yep. If you'll let me.
I would say yes, it is a spell.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you're using it at 3rd level or 4th
Yeah.
level, or what do you think?
Third
3rd
level,
level? 3rd level cancels it. So all of a sudden it starts to spark and electricity starts firing out, and Anzo's just sitting there in the chair. Nah, I don't think so. And just with a flick of his wrist, this spell that was being cast by the altar fizzles out. And the electricity does not go shooting down, striking every single person in the hall. However, now instead of glowing blue, color of the altar is changing to a fiery bluish red, like the aura. It's giving off this like almost fiery aura coming off the altar.
I move to the furthest part of the room that I can.
Not
Do not
touch it
I go
again.
back over to the entrance. Just in case somebody accidentally touches it.
I start fixing my comb over because it got all frizzy from the electricity. Things on slow.
I got you.
Damien is a massive pussy.
Can I
Okay.
inspect this vase over here?
The urn?
Yeah.
Yeah. You look at the urn. You open up. Do you open up the urn, or you just take a look at it?
I'll open it up.
You open it up. You look into it. Just seems to be an empty urn.
Interesting. Well, down to
While you're over there, I will also mention you do see on this eastern wall there is a slot kind of right in the center of the wall here. And there's a small slot with the letter O faintly traced above it.
What looks like
So-
it goes in the slot?
Like I said, it's kind of slot sized.
So coin.
It's about a coin could fit in there. Yeah. It's about 1 inch wide, and it's almost unnoticeably tall, I guess is the way to discuss it. And there's just a faint O above it.
Damien becoming marginally less scared of now that nobody's kind of touching the altar. I want to check this pew.
Okay. You lift up and open up the pew, and as soon as you do, there is a noise as a cloud of gas starts filling out from that pew. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
Ooh, pretty good.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay. So you manage to hold your breath really quickly. You also notice that this gas is not dispersing; it is spreading, and within 6 seconds, it is going to fill up half of the room.
Oh my god, close it!
Instantly try to close it, yep.
Last wording.
You do close it, but the cloud has already escaped and is just slowly spreading.
Yeah, I'm casting Warding Wind.
Stick a coin in the slot.
Warding wind.
Yeah. And moving up closer, I guess, a little bit.
This is a lot of gas. It wouldn't just like the gas wouldn't be able to just disappear. So let me read that again.
But I should be
10-foot
able to
radius and moves with you.
push it away from
Okay,
myself.
so yeah, so I would say anyone within a 10-foot radius of Doug will not be affected by the gas.
And it seems like it's spreading
Yeah.
rapidly.
It's
are we all
spreading
resistant
rapidly.
No.
Guys, come to me.
We are immune to poison
Okay.
because of Hero's Feast.
Oh, right.
Oh, you are immune to poison because of Hero's Feast.
That's fucking convenient
How-
now, isn't
How
it?
do you, but you may not know if this is poison or not, unless
True.
I said it already.
You did not, but that's still a good point to make.
It could be like hydrochloric acid gas. It could be.
In a wooden
Could be just
bleacher, I don't
farts.
think so.
I know. Okay, so what are you guys doing? Are any of you guys taking any action, or are you just braving this stuff?
I'm kind of put aback by the fact that this happened, even though I reluctantly did it anyway. So I, other than closing it, don't really do anything.
Might as well try the other one.
I dropped the coin in the slot while I was over here.
What kind of coin?
A gold coin.
Gold coin? Nothing happens.
Oh, okay.
Try Electrum next.
Okay, so as you guys are doing this, the gas is now spreading throughout the entire room. No one seems to be making any moves to move away from the gas. However, you guys did have a Hero's Feast, so you just inhale that shit and do not give a fuck. So there's a green gas, and it's like almost like a mustard gassy type cloud, like where it's actually adding a haze to the entire room. But you guys it kind of tickles your throat a little bit, but the Hero's Feast you add prevents the poison from overtaking you. So
Wow, that was convenient.
I am
Yep.
standing within Doug's, which is why Deckard's not Damien's not panicking more, because there is no
right.
thing here.
But it's also you also can't hear shit because of that the wind.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're
20 miles
deafened.
an hour.
I try to like prestidigitate some of the gas away, but I have a feeling it's filling the room faster than
Yeah, it's too much gas to prestidigitate. Like it is a massive amount. What you're guessing is that it was very, very highly pressurized inside the pew. So as soon as you opened it, it was and expanded quite a bit.
I just take a big sniff and go, reminds me of home. But on the note of the gas, we see it spreading throughout the room. Does it spread through the fog here?
Tough to tell because you can't see through the fog.
Damn. All right.
Oren, give me some of that oil.
What?
Give me a little bit of that oil.
Hey, don't
Give me
just
a
run away from me.
Oren can't hear you. Or sorry, Doug. No one can hear you, Doug, because it's just the wind is overtaking your voice.
Okay, out of frustration, I'm gonna drop concentration.
I panic super hard.
Yep, and as you you hold your breath, and eventually your air runs out, and you have to take a breath, and you are unaffected by the poison.
Oh well, that's convenient. Doug, why would you try to murder me like that?
Well, the rest of them were breathing fine. I thought we'd be okay.
We can't see the rest of them because there's mist. I thought wasn't it?
No. It's just a little hazy, is all.
Oh, the orange mist was
You can
too
see
thick to see
the
through,
orange
but-
mist is too
I see.
too thick to see through. Yeah.
Oren, give me some of that oil. Give me a mouthful.
A mouthful of oil. If you're thinking of lighting this mist on fire, I would highly recommend against it.
Well, I was gonna go blow
But-
some fire
In
through the.
character, I just give him the oil. Here you go.
Perfect.
So at this point, is it like the stuff done coming out of here?
Yep.
Is it like
Yeah, 'cause it-
diffusing down this hallway now?
No, it just seems to be floating in the room here. A little bit goes out into the hallway, but it's weird. There must be a little bit of a magic source that has to do with it a little bit.
Well,
Interesting.
it didn't blow up yet with my battle axe on fire, so I'm gonna hold up my battle axe and blow the oil through the barrier over here.
Through the mist.
Yep.
Okay, you blow the fire through. It does not light the entire room on fire, which is good. It looks like the fire goes through. It's tough to tell. It's almost like you've got like a curtain directly in front of the mist, and it just keeps you from being able to see anything beyond it.
I would advise advise against going through that mist, given what happened with the last time we went through mist.
Hmm.
Does anyone have a spyglass?
Nope.
No,
Damn.
I have a costume.
I've got a shovel.
We got a dice set.
I've got a rock.
3 bars of soap.
I gotta go over beside Doug, take out one of my gold coins, and throw it through the mist.
Sorry, what are you throwing through the mist?
One of my gold coins.
You hear a ding 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 noise as it sounds like it hits the ground beyond the mist.
I think this mist is just like fake.
What do you mean fake? How do you have fake mist?
Like, I don't think it does anything.
Well,
Well, if you're going to go through, I suggest you get naked.
Oh, I'm gonna take off all my clothes. And I'm gonna stick my pinky through.
Okay, you stick your pinky through. Feels like a little misty. Bring your pinky back. Felt tingly. It felt tingly. Like it was weird. Like it was a little bit misty, and it felt like kind of staticky.
I didn't lose my finger though.
Your finger is still attached to your body.
Does it feel familiar? And
it feels quite a bit different from the first mist that you went through, actually.
okay, I'm gonna pull out a dagger and I'm gonna hold on to it with my right hand and stick my fist through with the dagger.
Okay. You can still hold the dagger. You still feel the dagger as you put your hand through.
Damien's like staring at Doug.
Your entire hand just
Kinda, like,
tingles
between his
and
fingers.
feels staticky when you put it through. And you bring it back, and it's got a little bit of like, it looks almost like you were next to a humidifier, and you got a little bit of water droplets on your hand or some sort of liquid on your hand. Death.
True.
While this is happening, Damien kind of thinks and opens the death pew again. Since closing the pew before didn't stop the gas from coming out, and we seem
You
to
look
be
in.
immune to it.
You notice that the hinges on these, once you've actually lifted it up, are a lot heavier. So they had to. It looks like they were used to force keep the gas in. And that's all you really see. It's now it appears to be empty.
Okay, I'm gonna analyze the hinge as best I can and kind of take a peek at this hinge and see if it's the same.
They look identical.
Guys, I don't want to fuck with this pew because it could be different gas that we're randomly not immune to.
Let's go sit back in the chair.
So, Doug, are you just walking around naked now, or?
Yep, bare ass.
Okay, all right.
I will go back over beside my gear, but I do plan on staying naked.
Yep. Okay. I do plan on staying naked.
That's the Doug I remember.
Well, I say we check this last pew. Damien.
Damien.
I'm okay with checking it, but I'm not opening it.
I'll open it. Oh,
Okay.
I'm so back.
So you open up the pew, and even more gas starts leaking out from that pew and just starts spewing out. It's the same color, and it just makes it a little more hazy in the room, but it seems to be the same type of gas. And now you've just got extra gas in the room.
There's nothing at the bottom.
And it's not dispersing either. Like it's sticking around. It's not does not seem to be disappearing.
Well,
Do you guys like to try anything else?
I'm gonna stick with
with the archway. We could touch this thing some more, or we could put more stuff in the slot.
More stuff in the slot.
I'm gonna start rocking the chair.
The altar.
Alright, I stick a piece of electrum in the slot.
Put the electrum in. It slides in there. Fits. Nothing seems to happen.
What other coin-shaped things can we fit in here?
Silver.
platinum, silver.
Alright, we stick it up. Oh yeah, I don't think we do.
I have 3 pieces of platinum on me.
Alright, stick one of every coin in.
Okay. You try or what order would you do it in? I guess I should ask too.
Well, silver first, and then probably plat.
Okay. Silver, nothing happens. Platinum, nothing happens.
And there's an O carved above it.
Would we know what this O is supposed to mean by any chance?
Yeah, it's an O. It seems to be up there for a reason.
Are there any other of the carved O's anywhere in the room other than that?
If you go around to do a quick scan, do a perception check for me.
Okay. Nat 20.
That is the only slot and the only O in the room.
Is there anything descriptive about an O, or is it literally just a circle in a wall above a slot?
It's a circle in the wall. Just a little. It's like a little. Someone took a. If you took a little stamp and you put it on a Play-Doh, it would just make a perfect little circle, or like a cookie cutter, perfect little circle.
Hey, didn't we find a ring earlier? Did that fit in there?
Who has it, Doug?
I think you do.
You do, Doug.
You do, Doug.
Oh, I thought Warren had the ring. I just had the
Doug, you
box.
do.
You're wearing the ring and you have the box.
Oh, I thought Warren was wearing the ring, but I'll take the ring and put it in there if it fits.
I meant like in the O.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Wait.
Put the ring in the O.
You take the ring and you put it. Try and match it up with the O. You said.
Yeah.
It is pretty much the exact same size and shape as the O, and you put it on there and you kind of push against the wall. Nothing happens.
Well, I think we have to try and slide it in, Doug.
Into the slot.
Everyone.
All right. Shove it in the slot, I guess.
Okay. Sorry, just wait. That. Something does happen. You put the ring into the slot. So all of a sudden, ahead of you, a block of the wall starts to sink slowly into the floor. And as that happens, you watch as the slot also closes up, and you can hear a crunching noise as the ring is destroyed by this mechanism, and a door slides down from the wall into the ground, and you can see a corridor ahead of you.
The ring and the coins got all destroyed?
I assumed you guys were taking the rings out or the coins out afterwards.
Oh, I thought it was like a slot where you put something in and it fell.
Oh, no. It was just you put it in and then it sits there. Sorry.
And does the poison go through the door as well?
The poison does not go through the door, no.
Well, I get the hell in there then.
Alright, I guess we enter. Unless someone wants to go through the portal.
Before we go, Doug, please put your pants back on.
All right, I should probably do that. And I'm going to go grab my shit and put it all back on.
Okay,
Thank
put
the
all your
swamp
clothes back on.
monster.
Damien keeps with the belief that everybody should stay the fuck away from the arch given what happened to the last one.
Alright, I'm going in.
Magic, teleporting arches. No thing.
I am going. Okay, I'm not ripping like Doug. I'm going carefully because I am getting my ass kicked.
Sorry, I missed that part. Did you say?
I'm getting my ass kicked, so I'm going slowly and carefully.
Okay, sorry, my screen's just loading up. So yeah, you make your way down into the next corridor, and you look ahead of you, and you can see there is beyond the gate stone, the corridor widens to 10 feet and turns southward, where the steps lead down steeply to a corridor that goes to the west. And you can see ahead of you there is a door.
Do I see anything with my
With your what?
passive perception?
Nope.
Okay, well,
Nothing's sticking out to you right now.
How beat up is Diarmund at the moment?
Oh, I'm good. I have like 100 HP. I'm just
Oh, okay.
everything I do is trapped or fucked or something. So be careful.
anything? All right, I guess I'll check this door out.
Okay. Well, what are you doing with the door?
I'll check it for some traps. See if
Okay.
it's gonna bite me.
Roll an investigation check. Does not appear to be trapped. It just seems to be a door.
Which way does it open?
Just
Or
let me
does
check.
it not really matter?
Sorry. What do you try first? Do you try pushing or pulling?
Look
Would I
for the
be able to?
hinges.
Yeah, I'll just.
It's actually
Kinda-
weird. You can't see the hinges from.
Gotta be a push
Must
door
be a
then.
push door then.
Yep, gonna kick it down.
Okay, you're kicking it down, violently pushing open the door, and it just opens easily. But with your forward momentum, you need to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw. Oh, I didn't have to say DC 15, but you need to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. You stop yourself from moving forward. And keep yourself from falling in a pit trap lined with spikes underneath.
Oh.
So, like, basically, you kick the door open, step 1 foot over, and then I guess a trap door opens up, and you kept yourself from falling into the pit.
I'm gonna be holding my javelin board above my head again.
Okay. How large is the pit?
It is 10 by 10.
I can't
Should be able
remember
to jump
how
there,
hard
right?
that is. I can't remember how hard jumping is, but I am gonna try and make a running jump.
Yeah.
To where? The next door?
I think you can just do a long jump to 10 feet.
Can you?
I think.
Should be able to do that pretty easily.
I'm not
It's
sure
based
how-
on your strength.
You can
Yeah, if
standing long jump
you
your strength. I think.
run 10 feet, you can cover distance as your strength score in feet.
I thought it might be strength or dex.
It's strength.
Okay.
Athletics. Yeah. Not
Okay.
dex.
Well, I'll take a running start and try to make that jump.
Okay. Your strength score is pretty big, so yeah, you leap across.
So
You
this
land on
was
the other
first
side,
pit,
and you see
right?
a door there.
Yeah.
There's a pit there, yeah.
Okay.
And
All right,
I
I'm
will.
gonna try and attempt the same thing. Jump across with them.
Okay. Anyone that has a strength greater than 10 would be able to do it. No problems. No checks needed.
All right.
Checking for some traps.
If you're a weakling and you've got only under 10 strength, then you would have to do an athletics check.
There's no way I can acrobatics over the pit.
No.
Interesting. So what's acrobatics like actually for then?
Acrobatics is like tumbling and stuff, right? Like this is a long jump, right? Athletic people are the ones that, like, if you're doing parkour and you were like nimbly jumping through difficult tight spaces or just hopping over ledges, that would be and using your forward momentum, that would be dexterity. But this is more of an athletic thing where it's strength, where you are just using you don't skip leg day so you can jump farther. It's more of a brute force thing than a.
Interchangeable, but I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's in the player's handbook. It's mostly long jumps and high jumps are considered to be athletic stuff.
Nice.
Doug Diggler, check the door. Actually, I'll investigate the door here. Fuck it.
I think Doug checked it
I
for.
already-
Yeah, if you wanted to help too, I could say you working together and Doug could do it with advantage, or you could both roll.
His advantage roll's good, I guess.
Okay. doesn't seem to be trapped.
All right, kicking it down again.
Okay. So you're kicking it down, and you open up the door, and you see another room.
Looking behind me, I'm going to reach in with my right foot and tap on the ground.
Okay. So how much weight are you putting on there? Are you just like giving a little tappy tap, or are you putting?
Like probably 5 to 10 pounds of pressure, like a little bit, but not an extreme amount.
Okay, 5 to 10 pounds of pressure. As soon as you hit around the 10-pound mark, the trap door opens up, and you need to make another dexterity saving throw.
Nice.
Yep, and you pull your feet back. You're kind of ready for it, and there is another 10 by 10 pit trap.
Oh my god.